Hello everybody, welcome to this video, which is one of the video series prepared for you in the project Women in the Social Enterprise Development. My name is Lucy Brzáková, I'm from the Czech Republic, and I'm a director of ProEduca, which is an association working in the area of education innovations. This module will consist of two parts. In the first one, I will lead you through the content and show you what are you going to learn in this module. The second part will be dedicated to a short overview of the training material that we prepare for you to study.
Women in Social Enterprise Development. Module 4. Sense of Initiative and Social Entrepreneurship.
In many countries across the world, women are much more involved in businesses with a social impact than in traditional companies. In several European countries, social enterprises have more women leaders than any other kind of enterprise. Why is that the case? And what happens when they lead? A major difference that was found between male and female-led social enterprises seemed to indicate that women were actually more innovative. Women-led ventures seem to be more likely to open up new markets, that is, when starting up, providing a product or service which no one else, at that time, provided. This suggests that perhaps, due to their specific sensitivity towards social needs, women social entrepreneurs are notable as lead innovators when it comes to social innovation. On the other hand, female-led social enterprises are also generally more participatory in terms of management, suggesting the power of women social entrepreneurs to empower others, and in doing so, enabling colleagues to learn and develop important talents and skills. The three sections of this module will lead you through the three areas of competences that make one a social entrepreneur. Competences enabling to start a new business. Competences supporting management processes. And competences helping to be a good leader of your team. There are many questions you may have in order to understand fully your own attitudes, skills, and knowledge necessary to be truly entrepreneurial. In this module, we will try to answer the most important ones, and thus help you to get ready to start your enterprise.
Section 1. Key factors needed to start a social enterprise.
In this section, you will learn what needs to be considered when starting a social enterprise. You will get to understand what initiative means, and how to take the initiative. We will show you some examples on what it means to be active, independent, and innovative in personal and social life, and in work. You will get to know how to accept the innovation and change. You will also learn how to identify the opportunity.
Unit 1. Capacity and knowledge needed to establish a social enterprise.
What is a social enterprise? Let's dive into it. It's a cliché, but you really must be the change you wish to see in the world. Social enterprises are businesses that put their values at the heart of what they do. They focus on people, as well as profit, and exist with a dual purpose, to benefit society or the environment, as well as making money. Social enterprises are at their core social. Their aim is about improving society. Your idea could be a cafe that gives its profits to the homeless, or a charity that donates water to developing countries. Social enterprises are slowly growing throughout the globe. It's really a movement that is changing the way we do business.
Unit 2. Innovation capacity in the company.
Whether is it inventing a new product, or coming up with solutions to a problem, innovativeness requires creativity, because one has to be capable of connecting abstract ideas and facts with existing scenarios, before creating something unique and different. Granted, we are all wired differently. Some of us are blessed with the natural inclination towards innovativeness and creativity, but this doesn't mean that we cannot do anything to stretch the limits of our creative minds. To build a firm foundation in what you intend to innovate, you must keep yourself up to date with the existing tools and technologies applicable to your innovation. Make it a habit to read up on the relevant literature and participate in online communities and discussions to further your knowledge with people who share the same interest. With a thorough understanding of the field you are interested in innovating in, you would have a sharper eye in recognizing possibilities and be more adapted at interlacing different ideas together.
Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Accordingly, a genius is often merely a talented person who has done all of his or her homework. Thomas Alva Edison. Unit 3. Opportunities and challenges in social entrepreneurship.
We don't need to create opportunities, rather, we need to decide which ones to pursue in each moment. But how do we know our best opportunities? Consider driving in highway traffic. When you want to pass someone, how do you know when to pull out? Which hole is yours to take? And what happens if you don't take it? Your driving experience and inner wisdom help you to make that decision on a routine basis. You identify your opportunities to pass based on current conditions. And the same is true of any other opportunity in life or business. Opportunities are openings to get to your next place of being. Often, opportunities involve some degree of growth in order to be able to take advantage of and sustain it. And if you have a karmic agreement to grow in an area, you will have continuous opportunities appear over your lifetime to help you learn what you need for your next level. And once you get whatever it is that you needed to learn, you graduate to your next set of opportunities.
Section 2. Management of social enterprise.
In this section, you will get to understand the role of creativity, proactiveness, and initiative in social enterprise development. You will learn how to motivate ourselves as well as the others. You will also get to understand how the money flows in social enterprise. And finally, you will discover the ethical attitudes of enterprise.
Unit 1. Be proactive and take initiative. There are 3 types of people in this world. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. Mary Kay Ash, American businesswoman.
Let's have a look at some interesting findings of researchers seeking the relation between the initiative and social enterprise. The findings revealed a positive and significant association between personal initiative and social entrepreneurial behavior. This means that the ability of social entrepreneurs to exhibit initiative and develop ideas to help the community enables them to spot social needs, design a business plan, and in turn launch social entrepreneurial ventures. Proactive people are the first to take on ideas before the others do. They can easily identify what will be done in the future and take on opportunities that have been ignored by the others. Social entrepreneurs, who have a keen eye for social needs and problems, improve their products, services, processes, and technology as they take active roles in creating businesses that address societal needs and problems. This also means that when they apply new ideas or approaches in their businesses, they solve social problems.
Unit 2. How to make business in a world-friendly way.
Ethics have a huge role to play in business, as they give a guideline as to which business practices are socially and morally acceptable, and which are not. In cases where there are no laid-down rules as to the right and wrong ways of doing business, ethics fill in the gap and give the much-needed direction. Ethical behavior and corporate social responsibility can bring significant benefits to a business. For example, they may attract customers to the firm's products, thereby boosting sales and profits. Make employees want to stay with the business, reduce labor turnover, and therefore increase productivity. Attract more employees wanting to work for the business, reduce recruitment costs, and enable the company to get the most talented employees. Attract investors and keep the company's share price high, thereby protecting the business from takeover.
Unit 3. How to reach the goal.
One of the biggest challenges in meeting any goal, whether it is related to productivity, waking early, changing a habit, exercising, or just becoming happier, is finding the motivation to stick with it. If you can stick with a goal for long enough, you'll almost always get there eventually. It just takes patience and motivation. How does motivation work? Motivation is what drives you towards a goal, the one that keeps you going when things get tough, the reason you get up early to practice, or work late to finish a project. There are all sorts of motivations, of course, from positive to negative. If a teacher threatens you with a bad grade, you probably will learn more, and that's all motivation. But positive motivation works better. If it's something you really want to do, you'll do a lot better than avoiding something you do not want.
Unit 4. Financial management for social enterprise.
Achieving financial stability is a lifetime goal for us all. For some, it's just within grasp, while for others it may be slightly further away. The road definitely gets a whole lot rockier, however, when you're starting up an enterprise, especially one where your goal is social impact first. Managing your personal finances, and those when you're running an enterprise, are more similar than you'd think. They may have different forms and levels of income and expenditure, but you have to learn how to budget well with both. It's extremely challenging to get the balance right between ensuring you're achieving social impact and ensuring you make enough revenue to not only sustain the social enterprise, but to also allow growth. Employ the services of a competent accountant to handle your payroll. This will make life much smoother. And do your best to adapt a reserves policy so that you have a contingency plan for any money problems related to tax or paying staff.
Section 3. Leadership in social enterprise.
In this section, you will learn about the role of leadership, also how to plan and organize processes, and how to manage teams in a social enterprise. The role of a social entrepreneur is a good starting point to explore the pros and cons of running a social business. The challenge of retaining financial stability while utilizing commercial practices to actively develop social impact brings unique leadership and management challenges. The role of a social entrepreneur may be split into 3 core themes: societal leadership, strategic organizational management, and personal leadership. Each of the 3 roles brings unique challenges and considerations for the social business leader. The roles should not be seen separately, but as a whole. A good social entrepreneur therefore strives to combine practices and personal qualities that address each role optimally.
Unit 2. How to manage a team in a social enterprise.
The top key challenge, building a management team, mainly consists of 3 elements: external recruiting, internal leadership development, and retention. Leading a growing and maturing social venture, every founder will need strong support at a certain stage, be it due to missing managerial knowledge and experience to focus more on the mission, instead of administrative tasks, or just due to the sheer size and complexity of the scaling organization. The 5 key roles in the social enterprise leadership team are: evangelist, carries deep passion for the organization's mission, convinces others and rallies external support, identifies new opportunities for the organization, maintains the organization's culture, scaling partner, develops and implements strategies to realize the vision and mission, realist, brings strong skills in accounting and implements financial systems adapted to the organization's size and structure, connector, gives targeted coaching and feedback in their areas of expertise, and connect employees with others on their team, program strategist, brings strong expertise and experience in the field of work of the organization, ensures programs are designed for maximum impact and that impact gets measured, supervises programs and drives quality assurance.
So now that you have learned what is going to be the content of this training module, I would like to show you the training material that we prepared for you to learn from. Let's have a look at it. This is the opening page that you probably remember from the previous videos. The exact name of the training material is Innovative Tools for Women Empowerment in the Social Enterprise Context. And you can see that there are 7 modules in total in this training materials. Ours is number 4. When we go further, on the next page, you can see the list of project partners, organizations that worked on the training material and in the project, of course, and a list of the professionals, the people who prepared this training material for you. I am not going to go through all the pages because there is the introductory page and maybe some explanatory page to the whole training material. But what I'm going to show you is how the exact training lesson looks like. So let's have a look at the opening page to the module 4. It shows you the 3 sections that we talked about earlier. We go through it, and this is the page that I want to talk about. Each section is composed of these 4 parts. If you don't remember from previous videos, I would like to explain once more. Each page will be marked with one of these icons. The red icon will be the red circle, will be the sign for the opening page of the training unit. We call it the focus page, and on this page we will be explaining the basics, the core of the topic. Then the further pages will be marked by blue circle, and these are about widening your knowledge. So on these pages we will go deeper into the topic and explain everything what was open on the red page. Then we have the surf page, and this is a very important and interesting page for you because on this page we tried to put together all interesting links that we stumbled upon when we were preparing the training material for you. Sadly, this training material is not big enough to insert everything right into the training materials, but on this page you can find links that will lead you directly to those media that we would like to share with you. I will show you further. And finally, the pages marked with yellow circle are going to be the exercise pages. We call them the test pages, and it simply means that on these pages you are going to exercise your knowledge, and you can do it either yourself or in a group. The very last page of each section is the page marked with this icon, and this means the page where very interesting motivational quotes or inspirational quotes are gathered. These quotes have been said by important politicians, businessmen, teachers, philosophers, even actors, simply anyone who had some interesting thing to tell you and that would inspire you for further either learning and study or in your work. So let's go through at least one section so that you see all the pages and the structure as it looks like. Section 1 starts with the set of goals. Here you can see the goals that we set for us to accomplish. So this is what we want to teach you. So this is what you are going to learn. And under this, you can see the index marked with all the icons that we talked about before, and the page where you can find a concrete unit and the title of the unit. You can see that the section 1 will end with a set of exercises and again the inspirations. Now, here is the unit 1. You can see it starts with a title, with the focus, which in this case is a step-by-step process, and with the keywords. And here is the explanation of the keywords with the list of with the link to the source of this explanation. And here are some opening facts about the unit topic. Unit topic is capacity and knowledge. So here we go through the capacity and knowledge, and on the blue pages, you can see the blue circle over here, we will go through the deepening things that will lead you through entire topic till the end. You can see that this unit is quite long. It is 4 pages long. And this is the page I told you about. It consists of interesting links. And for example, you can see this is a video speaking about what it means to be a social entrepreneur. This is again explanatory animated video on how to start a social enterprise. You can see the speech of Greg Overholt at TEDx Youth in Toronto. You can see another interesting speech of some important people. You can see some 6 favorite social enterprises, or the case study from IKEA, or the text about the 3 reasons behind the strategy to create positive social change, and so on. Simply on this page, you can see the title, Capacity and Knowledge. And this question is always the same in each of these links, but each of these links provide different answers. So we strongly suggest you to go and study all these links and discover what is behind all these different answers. And that's the end of Unit 1. Then we can go through Unit 2, which is the exact same structure. So let me just go down through entire section 1. And the structure is always the same until we come to the page here, page 23, which is the exercise page. In this section, we will go through several activities. You can see activity number 1. Can you think outside the box? It gives you the answer. Then activity 2, train your imagination and creativity. And again, you will go through the exercise yourself and learn something about your creativity. Then activity 3 is the pictogram pool. This activity is about all these pictures you could see inside the training material. Then you can discover what kind of mindset you have if you make this exercise. And the last exercise in section 1 is about the Stroop effect, which you can discover while doing the exercise about the word patterns. So, and that's it. And the very last page of this section is the inspirational page, the quotes. You can see Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Napoleon Hill, Warren Buffett, and many more had something to tell you about the topic of the social enterprise. And then the section 2 starts. So the structure of section 2 is the very same structure as we saw in section 1. So we start with goals. Beneath it, you can find the index with the exact parts of this section, and then unit 1 with the red page blue pages, and the page with the collection of movies, videos, songs, books, and so on that we liked and recommend to you. Again, the question is always the same, proactiveness and the initiative, but everyone has a different answer to help you to understand the topic. And again, section 2, let me go quickly through it. Section 2 has 4 units, so it is a little bit longer. This is the section 2, unit 4, and here we are in the end of unit 4, and you can see the links to interesting things. And again, here you can see the exercise pages where you can put together your action plan. Then we will work a little bit about the innovation capacity of yourself. And then we will a little bit of the philosophers. We will talk about what would happen if. There is the explanation. Then further activity is about the meeting seating chart. And finally, the inspirations. Again, different people had something to tell you about the content of section 2. And then section 3 starts, and again with setting up the goals. You can see the index, and we go through 2 units of this section, which speaks about leadership. Opening pages are quite long in this case. We have these interesting links to different answers. And then unit 2 about the teamwork in social enterprise. And again, the learning text that will lead you to the link page. You will study these topics a little bit further while watching the links. And then we have the exercise pages, and here we have the activity 1 about the rules in the organization, and activity 2 about the decision-making process. Activity 3 is about making choices, and activity 4 about your role in a team. The very last page of this unit section and the training material is dedicated to inspiration. And again, several important people had something important to tell you on this topic. So this was the training material that reflects exactly what we talked about in the previous explanatory part that showed you and explained the content of Module 4, that is about entrepreneurship and initiative in social enterprise. What to say in the end of my presentation? I'm very happy that we could spend these couple of minutes together, and I would be very grateful if you could make use of this material, because we put our heart in it to preparation, and we would be very, very happy if it helped you either in your further study or in your business. So good luck.